Have you ever had those moments in life? That one moment when you realised you completely messed up. That one moment where you realise, why did this person come to my front door? Why did this person come into my life? And then I see Rick Productions back in business, but down to only 125 subscribers. Snigger, snigger. And yet, at the same time, the same specky four-eyed git who has robbed me of my rights to live stream. Excuse me while I adjust the camera for all of you. I'm going to pan it this way a bit as well. Now, I don't know if I will ever get my live streaming back at all. But I'll tell you something. And this goes out to you doubly, Rick Berry, with the tiny dick. I fully intend to fight this every step of the way. Oh, hell no. I am not going down without a fight. No one's going to make a pansy out of me. Certainly not some short, fatty-ass little Welshman. I have worked long and hard to make my YouTube channel what it is today. I built it from the ground up. Now, I'll grant you this. Mistakes have been made. A couple of them. Those two mistakes went against YouTube policy. My channel, yes, is still up. My channel, yes, is still activated. Is it permanent or temporary? The fact that I can't live stream, I don't know. I have no way of knowing. As far as I'm concerned, it's temporary. But I intend to fight this every step of the way. I'm not going down without a fight. Live streaming is pivotal to me and my channel. How long is it going to be? A month? 2 months? Will I ever get my streaming back? No way of knowing. But I'm not going to let some fatty ass little Welsh git take my success away from me. Or more to the point, take my rights of making my channel a success away from me. I'm not backing down without a fight. It's not on, it isn't right, and it is not fair. Now, granted, yes, I have made some mistakes. Am I learning from them? Yes. Will they be repeated? No. Do I deserve my live streaming back? Yes. Excuse me, gas. But as everybody, and I mean everybody, not made mistakes when running a YouTube channel? Of course they have. People have made mistakes when running YouTube channels. Of course they have. Have they been temporarily banned? Yes, of course they have. Have they had their channels suspended? Yes, of course they have. But they've come back and started new channels. I am not going to quit. I'm not going to back down. I am going to stand up for once in my life and fight this. I'm not going to have some fatty arse little Welsh git come along and ruin things for me. Hell no. This is my life. This is what I've worked hard for. I've earned every bit of my success. Every goddamn bit. And ain't no one gonna make a twat, ain't no one making a pansy arse out of me. No one. Especially not some little fatty-arsed Welsh, spectacle-wearing, tiny little dick Welshman. And that's what I have to say on that. And if any viewers are watching this that are underage, I apologise for the language, okay? But if you're watching this, understand I am upset. And frankly, I've kind of got every right to be so. But at the same time, hello to you all who are watching this. Yes, yes, you've gathered, I'm still only able to do videos like this. I know it's a letdown for all of you. And I'm truly sorry. I am honest to God sorry. I just don't know what else to say. But trust, all of you listening to me, trust me when I say this is far from over. Mr. Rick Berry is not winning this. Not by a long shot. And I am not gone. And I am surely not going to be forgotten. And Rick, if you're listening to this, you may have won the battle, but I'm about to win the war. And there you go. You may have won the battle, but I'm going to win the war. So there you go, Rick. Yeah, there you go. Nice try. Nice try. You know, well done, Rick. Yeah. For a guy with specs on that look like they can pick up fucking radio signals. And a really tiny penis as well. Ooh, is it hard, Rick? Hey? Is it hard for you to pleasure a woman? Oh no, because you're gay, aren't you? Hey? So you ain't got to worry about having a small Jimmy down there, you know. Winnie, 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 winnie. I'll tell you, it's the damnedest thing. All right, look, you go through life. You know, you own a YouTube channel, right? You make a few mistakes. But they should at least tell you, excuse me, how long you're going to be banned for. They should at least, at the utmost, give you, you know, a time period, a time frame. And YouTube, they haven't done that. And it's like, well, what the hell? You know, is it a permanent thing? Is it temporary? And if it's temporary, you know, give me a time limit. Give me a certain amount of days that this is going to last for. Although, I mean, I'm not upset. I'm wanting to get back. You know, I'm wanting to do my stuff. I'm wanting to live stream for all of you. That's what I want to do. But you know what? In hindsight, yes. I am upset. I'm pissed off is what I am. Even if I don't look it. Oh dear. Well, I don't know what to say to all of you. I really don't. One of you texted me and said, you know, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You know what? Hey, whoever sent that, you're right. But you've got to understand, whoever sent that message, right, that I was being trolled here, you know, and the stress was building up and up and up. And then it just manifested itself in the way it did. One of those things, you know? And I think that this whole thing has just been blown way out of proportion. And that it could have been handled so much differently. And now we're in this situation, or should I say I'm in this situation, and now I'm just wondering I'm just wondering when the hell I'm gonna get my live stream privileges back. You know? I mean, all right, fair enough. You know, I've fucked up, I've messed up, cocked up, if you will, as well. But should it be held against me for the rest of my bloody life? And the answer is no, it shouldn't be. Come on, I mean, there's other streamers on YouTube who have done far worse than me, right? And I mean far worse. Even on Twitch, right? The streamers on Twitch, YouTube, who have done far worse than what I've done, right? Let's put it that way. They've done far worse than I will ever do. And you out there watching this, you could attest to that. You could adhere to that and fully agree to that. If you do or don't know. I can't see any comments because this isn't a live stream. But I know that one day things will be all right. You know, I'll get back to the way things were, and you know, I'll be back to doing live streams for all of you. I mean, fingers crossed and all that. Knock on wood, so to speak. That's why I'm so hard all the time. No pun intended. But I know one day I'll get back to where I used to be. I will. And this right now, it's a tiny bump in the road, so to speak. You know, I'm sure that I'm not the first person that this has happened to. I'm not. I mean, I'm sure that I'm not the first person that this has happened to. I'm sure I'm not. Because it's probably this will have happened to a lot of people for different reasons, obviously. And yeah, I admit, you know, I get stressed, you know, and it gets hard for me, and I act out in certain ways that I shouldn't act out in. And I try, you know, I do try. It's upsetting. Yeah, all right, I do let myself down. And it is upsetting. But come on, like I've said, there are people on YouTube, other streamers, and there are streamers on Twitch who have done far worse than me. Far worse than I have or ever will do. And they, right, are far more deserving of a temporary ban or full ban. Far more deserving than I am. So if you look at it in that way, what's happening to me is not really fair. Yeah? It's not really fair. It really isn't. I know I've messed up. And you know, I'm reflecting on that. You know, I'm coming to grips with it, and you know, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for myself, because you know what would be the point in doing that? You know, there wouldn't be any point in doing that. No point at all. I mean, end of the day, when push comes to shove, it is true that we all do stupid shit. And, you know, there's consequences for it. But we shouldn't really have to pay for those things for the rest of our lives. We shouldn't. So yeah. But yes, I'm still here. I'm still able to do videos like this for all of you, allegedly. I admit that the situation isn't ideal at all. It's not ideal. Why would it be? Because it's not the same as live streaming where all of you get to talk to me and I get to talk to you. It's just not the same. And I'm really just hearkening back to what I've previously said, that all of this has been blown way out of proportion. And I should at least be allowed to live stream again, to do my video gaming live streams again. I should be allowed to do that. And I think that really is fair. I mean, I begrudgingly admit that I've messed up. But, you know, like I've said, there are Twitch live streamers out there on Twitch, and there are streamers on YouTube who have done far worse than I have. Far worse. Yeah, far worse. I mean, yes, it's true that a ban was necessary of sorts, but not this way, and not like this. They should have at least given me a time frame. You know, right? Well, they should have said, "Well, look, you're banned for this amount of days." But what annoys me is they haven't done that. You know, they haven't done that, and I just wish to God that they would. You know, say, right, well, this is how long you're banned for, and I'd think, okay, all right, you know, and or they could do the other thing. Right, we're going to give you your live streaming abilities back in so many days. Or they could do that, for example. And I'd say, well, thank you, you know. But I just think the situation has just gone way out of control. Just way out of control. Really has. And it is 18 minutes on the clock. And it's a damn shame. It really is. And I've tried many times to live stream. I just can't do it, unfortunately. I just can't do it. Well, I think that's where I'm going to end the video. Okay? So thank you for watching, and bye-bye.